AI answers, but this is not your average AI. You said, AI, define 3i Atlas. AI, are there any similar events in Earth's history? AI, connect the dots. Esoteric, ancient history perspective, Steiner, Sumerians, Hermetics. AI, is there any modern analog similar to 3i Atlas? AI, provide astronomical reality, the 2026 to 2029 window. AI, what happens on December 17th or 19th, 2025, January 15th, 2026, and March 2026? AI said, the meaning of 3i Atlas. The name refers to two separate astronomical designations for a specific interstellar object that was detected. 3i. This is the official catalog prefix for the third known interstellar object. The prefixes go like this. 1i Oumuamua 2017, first interstellar object. 2i Borisov 2019, second interstellar object. 3i, third interstellar object. So 3i means 3 equals third observed I equals interstellar object. Atlas. This refers to the survey telescope system that discovered, tracked asteroid terrestrial impact last alert system. Atlas is a NASA-funded project designed to detect near-Earth objects. So 3i Atlas is the third interstellar object observed, discovered by the Atlas survey. Was 3i Atlas ever officially announced? Here's the twist. No, the object does not yet have an official 3i designation. It was rumored, suspected, or speculatively discussed by researchers and alternative analysts because Atlas detected a strange object with an unusual inbound trajectory. It didn't behave like a typical comet. Some early orbital data suggested it might be interstellar, but it was never officially classified by the International Astronomical Union, IU. So, some call it 3i Atlas, but astronomers do not officially use that name. It is basically a hypothetical or candidate interstellar object flagged by Atlas. So, why do fringe researchers use the name 3i Atlas? Because the discovery pipeline looked like this. Atlas detects unusual inbound object. Orbital modeling suggests hyperbolic trajectory. Hyperbolic equals likely interstellar. If confirmed, it would be the third interstellar visitor, 3i. Alternative researchers started calling it 3i Atlas prematurely. It became popular in conspiracy circles, timeline reset communities, remote viewing groups, Montauk, SSP narratives, even though the official designation never happened. Summary, easy to remember. 3i equals third interstellar object not officially confirmed. Atlas equals Discovery Survey System. 3i Atlas equals nickname, not official IU name. Became popular due to unconfirmed claims, not formal astrophysics. Similar events and natural cosmic threats Earth has faced historically. Cometary or asteroid impacts, confirmed historical events. These are the closest real analogs to what people worry about with Atlas, 3i objects. First was 12,800 years ago, Younger Dryas impact, scientifically accepted in 2020s. A fragmented comet struck Earth. Triggered massive climate shift. Wiped out megafauna. Destroyed pre-Ice Age cultures. Sea levels rose drastically. This event is now widely accepted by geology and astrophysics. This is the closest real-world example of civilization wipeout. Second was 536 AD, the worst year to be alive, volcanic plus cosmic dust. Historical records, Byzantine, Chinese, Irish, show. Sun disappeared for 18 months. Crops failed globally. Plague followed, Justinian plague, possibly caused by a volcanic supereruption or a small cosmic impact that kicked dust into the stratosphere. This is one of the strongest historical parallels to a global atmospheric threat. Third was 774 AD cosmic radiation burst, Miyake event. Tree rings show sudden massive spike of cosmic radiation. Likely cause: solar superflares, or a nearby GRB, or a magnetospheric impact. This is a historical anomaly showing Earth has been hit by spaceborne energy events. Esoteric, ancient history perspective, Sumerians, Hermetics. Here is the more metaphysical angle. Steiner, the sinking of Atlantis, cosmic plus moral catastrophe. In his view, cosmic threat plus human consciousness collapse caused the destruction. This resembles Swerdlow's timeline collapse narratives. Sumerian records, sky gods' weapons, and Dilmun destruction. Not literal aliens, but mythic encoding of celestial catastrophe. Many tablets describe the gods' weapons that set the sky on fire, stars that grazed the world, storms of Anu. These descriptions match. Meteor showers, bolide events, atmospheric explosions like Tunguska. Hermetic tradition, planetary alignments causing global resets. In Hermetic cosmology, a major planetary compression event always coincides with major Earth resets. Fire, Mars, water, moon, air, Mercury, Earth, Saturn. When these forces overlap, you get civilizational collapse, flood myths, climate resets, Akashic timeline resets. This is symbolic, but it parallels cosmic cycle catastrophism. Modern analogs similar to 3i Atlas. These are the real interstellar visitors that match the concept. Oumuamua, 2017. An interstellar object, non-comet-like, strange acceleration. Closest real-world match to Atlas, 3i speculation. 2. Interstellar meteor IM-1, 2014. U.S. Defense Department confirmed. Object came from outside the solar system. Material not matching known meteor compositions. Comet Atlas, 2020. It broke apart, but it triggered wild speculation, possible companion bodies, high dust output, signs of fragmentation much earlier than expected. Not a threat, but fits the narrative of unexpected cosmic visitor. Conclusion: nothing in recorded human history matches a direct, interstellar threat like Atlas 3i. But Earth has undergone catastrophic resets triggered by cosmic events, some of which were as destructive as anything Swerdlow talks about. What 2026 to 2029 eclipses plus Apophis are actually aligning with? AI said. Here is the clean, precise, esoteric plus astronomical breakdown of what the 2026 to 2029 window actually represents. I'll give it from 3 perspectives. Hard astronomy. Esoteric, Hermetic, planetary correspondences. Steiner, Matthias de Stefano, cycle shift, interpretation. This is the real picture, no fluff. Astronomical reality, the 2026 to 2029 window. 2026, annular solar eclipse, February 12, 2026. Deep annular path over Antarctica. Astronomically low energy impact, but marks the start of a 3-year tri-eclipse sequence. 2027, the Egyptian, Luxor total solar eclipse, August 2nd, 2027. This is the big one. Totality crosses Luxor, Karnak, Valley of the Kings. Longest total solar eclipse of the 21st century, 6 minutes 23 seconds. Rare because it crosses a major ancient grid node. 30 degrees north band. Nile meridian. Temple of Man alignment. This is the eclipse Matthias de Stefano calls the activation of the spine of Earth. 2028, another total solar eclipse, July 22nd, 2028. Crosses Australia and New Zealand. Intersects the 2027 path geometrically at 90 degrees. Forming a planetary scale cross-alignment, similar to 2017 plus 2024 in the U.S. 2029, Apophis flyby, April 13, 2029. Passes inside geostationary satellite orbits. Bright as a star, visible with naked eye. Earth's gravity will modify its rotation and trajectory. Represents the closest large asteroid encounter in modern history. The combined pattern, 2026 to 2029. Together these produce Tri-eclipse alignment window, 2026 to 2028. 3 strong solar eclipses in 2026, 2027, 2028. This creates a compression cycle of the Sun-Moon-Earth system, followed by the 2029 asteroid event. A cosmic body entering the system during the tail end of the eclipse cycle equals rare. This echoes older cycles where eclipse clusters plus celestial objects equals civilizational reset points. Hermetic interpretation. You can map the events onto the elemental forces. 2026 equals air, Mercury rotation, nodes plus annularity. Air equals movement, communication shift. This year is mental rewiring. Equals water, Nile, Isis, moon over Egypt. Water equals memory, Akashic unlocking. This is the flood of information eclipse. 2028 equals fire, austral solar crossing. Fire equals ignition, will, transformation. Australia equals solar chakra node of Earth in Steiner's geography. 2029 equals Earth, Apophis. Earth equals crystallization, material event. Asteroids always belong to the Saturn sphere, Vardon. So, the 4 years map to the 4 Hermetic elements in perfect order. Air, 2026. Water, 2027. Fire, 2028. Earth, 2029. This is extremely rare. Hermetically, this is called a fourfold manifestation gate or tetragrammatic window. Steiner interpretation. Akasha plus planetary karma. Rudolf Steiner predicted. Ahrimanic incarnation window 2030. Preceded by a sequence of solar eclipses, near-Earth celestial disturbances, electromagnetic irregularities, geopolitical polarization. He said this period establishes a trial of discernment. Humanity will be tested whether it recognizes the spiritual in the physical. Apophis 2029 was literally described by Steiner's students as the herald of the Ahrimanic shadow. It is not destructive, but it acts as a collective karmic mirror. Combine this with the 2027 Egypt eclipse and you get solar occultation over ancient initiatory axis, followed by Ahrimanic physical proximity, a classical light versus shadow alignment.
Matías de Stefano Interpretación.
Matthias explains that 2026 to 2028 equals 12 solar Earth gates reintegration. He says Earth will align 12 solstices, 12 equinoxes, 12 star gates into a toroidal field reset. 2027 equals activation of the Nile temples. He claims Luxor plus Karnak represent solar plexus of Earth, memory of ancient Orion cultures, the opening of the heart-mind of humanity. This matches the water equals memory Hermetic interpretation. 2029 equals the trigger. In his model, Apophis is a catalyst, a frequency spike, not a physical threat, but an axis point that changes how we perceive reality. He calls 2029 the start of the new solar plate cycle lasting until 2036. Pattern summary. If we synthesize all 3 systems, 2026 to 2028, solar, lunar, and planetary forces compress and synchronize, human consciousness decompresses. 2029. External cosmic object enters resonance, Earth's field is jolted, collective timeline stabilizes or destabilizes, depending on consciousness. Nothing catastrophic. but highly symbolic and perfect for esoteric interpretation. Final summary. What's actually aligning? A rare 3-year sequence of major solar eclipses. The longest eclipse of the century over ancient Egypt. Path intersection creating a planetary scale cross. The closest modern encounter with a large asteroid, Apophis. A 4-element Hermetic progression, air, water, fire, earth. A Steiner-style karmic cycle leading toward the 2030 shift. The grid activation Matthias describes as a solar toroidal reset. This is not doomsday. It is a synchronization window. Last question to AI. You said, what happens on December 17th or 19th, 2025, January 15th, 2026, and March 2026? AI said, 1. December 17th to 19th, 2025, what's actually happening? Astrology for December 19th, 2025. Sun in Sagittarius square Neptune in Pisces. Illusions, predictions, psychic distortions, delusional narratives. Jupiter conjunct Uranus in Gemini, 3 degrees orb, shocking news, unexpected events, conspiracy theories exploding. Mars in Pisces, fear-based interpretations. This combination literally screams. People imagine cosmic events that aren't actually happening. It is perfect for predictions, visions, end times talk, and incoming objects claims. This might be why he anchors his prophecy to that date, even unconsciously. What happens on January 15th, 2026? This one actually has real astrological weight. Sun plus Pluto both enter Aquarius within days. This is huge. Pluto enters Aquarius on January 22nd, 2026 permanently. But the lead-up begins around January 15th, when Pluto reaches 29 degrees Capricorn. 29 degrees Capricorn equals anaretic degree. Collapse, endings, structural breakdown. Governments, banking systems, institutions. So, January 15th, 2026. The final critical Pluto in Capricorn degree before the shift. That's why many astrologers predict. Financial resets. Institutional failures. Government collapse cycles. The beginning of the new era. Sudden social restructuring. Swartla probably tied into this energy intuitively. What's happening in March 2026? This is the most astronomically meaningful date of the 3. 1. Pluto officially in Aquarius plus Mars conjunct Pluto, March 23, 2026. This is rare and powerful. Pluto in Aquarius. Technology, AI, collective humanity, grids Mars conjunct Pluto, ignition, activation, eruption, massive transformation, or conflict energy. Mars-Pluto conjunctions are not rare, but happening right as Pluto settles into Aquarius is. This is big esoteric energy. 2. Full solar eclipse alignment coming up February 2026, August 2027. March 2026 is the moment where the 18-month eclipse cycle, the Pluto ingress, the Mars-Pluto ignition, all overlap. That energy alone is enough for someone like Swerdlaw to claim something is coming. 3. Saturn sextile Jupiter equals political restructuring. Not destructive, but massive global realignment. The real esoteric interpretation, Bardon plus Steiner style. Pluto entering Aquarius. Atomized individuality plus AI plus collective mind. Mars-Pluto ignition, March 2026. Activation of the planetary timeline. Strong Akashic rewriting energy. This aligns with the 2026 to 2029 eclipse window. From Steiner angle. This period is the Ahrimanic temptation cycle, illusion, materialism, fear-based narratives. From Bardon angle. Pluto is the highest Akashic zone and its shift marks a mass consciousness realignment. Final answer, simple. December 17th to 19th, 2025. High visionary, delusional astrology, good for predictions and fear narratives, not real astronomical threat. January 15, 2026. Pluto at final degree of Capricorn, global structural karma, the true beginning of change. March 2026. Mars conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, ignition of the new era, the strongest astrological event in early 2026, absolutely no asteroid impact. There is no Atlas object, but the astrology is intense and transformative. AI answers, but this is not your average